Hello guys. Today, I'll be doing my first Grand Summoner's Guide. This guide will mostly be for new GS players. However, veterans will be able to chime in with their own personal recommendations and comp preferences. I will be going over 5 major sections in today's guide. Your first start, your box, Crest Farming, long-term play, and my experience. I will talk about each section. However, there is more to be said and discussed about each. 1. First start. This is when you first join Grand Summoners. Here, you are given a choice of 3 different element characters. None of them are going to be used long-term, so you are free to choose whoever you'd like. When you first start, keep note of the summonable banners and current crossovers. As you progress throughout the story mode, you should be stacking your crystals and researching characters. The tier list available online is a nice indication for new players on who to prioritize. In general, your end goal is to form a composition for each element and crest them. The reason why you should stack or accumulate a large quantity of crystals is due to the mechanic of summoning on banners. In general, rates are notoriously low in Grand Summoners. To aid players, there is usually a pity system on each banner. When you accumulate 30 summons using 50 crystals each, you are able to pity a character on that banner. In Grand Summoners, 1,500 crystals are required per pity. This means that if you are free to play, F2P, stacking crystals throughout the story is essential. By the end of story mode alone, not counting events or other sources of crystals, you will have enough to perform multiple pities. Alchemy stone summons are also very nice because they can be a deluxe alch summon or a regular alch summon. In general, new players should stack alchemy and use it strategically when they're trying to pull a unit they need from a banner. Alch summon banners can contain crossover units, as well as regular units. You can access your by going to town, then alchemist, then exchange. Then scroll down until you see the exchange alchemy stone section. In addition to story mode, there will be events where you can obtain event-exclusive equipment and crystals. These events can also give stamina, potions, and other useful rewards, so they are worth full clearing in general for all players. Expedition is a useful new feature in Grand Summoners that allows you to ascend, evolve, and generally upgrade unit stats. Completing more missions increases your upgrade speeds. New players are encouraged to enter multiplayer, to full clear story mode challenges and get the help of veterans. At some point, you will be rewarded helper bonuses for helping other players as well by joining their lobbies and completing missions with them. In addition to this, deluxe summoning is also very important for new players, because you can either accumulate crystals or pick a highly rated character you roll. There is a reroll mechanic per 5 rolls here that guarantees the same element character draw. In my opinion, the best characters to roll from deluxe summoning are Heart, Earth, and Mizuki the 12th, Water. Note that there are 2 different Mizukis, and you want to pick the right one that is named Mizuki the 12th. Your box is an essential part of this game and it highlights the strength of your entire roster. This includes all elements. For new players, I personally recommend focusing on 1 or 2 elements at one time to maximize your overall results and your crystal usage. Elements, as it pertains to elements, in terms of frequency. There are use cases for water, dark, and light. Earth can also be used. However, it is less popular than the rest. For dark, as of right now, it is looking strong with the new addition of Katana God Luan. Hajime. Saito is a Rurouni Kenshin crossover unit that is great for dark comps. Shadow is another dark crossover unit that is frequently used. For light, you are looking at an investment in terms of play due to a variety of factors. The current Frieren crossover is a good investment into a stat check character for light with Frieren. Kenshin Himura from the Rurouni Kenshin crossover is a great light leader from his kit. The One Punch Man banner, which came out previous to the Frieren crossover, was another great investment into light with Saratama the hero. Another must-have unreleased unit for light is Young Emperor. Young Emperor will be coming out at some point, so players that have invested into light put thought into this when pulling. Water is probably the most frequently used comp. The best characters in the game are water. Currently, Global is set for a Houka rerun in the near future, so it will be an opportunity for new players to grab one of the best characters in the game. With Water, your main source of DPS can be physical or magic. With the addition of Frieren crossover unit Fern, you are now able to run a magic DPS water team for serious runs on Nova Crest and in general. The best water support characters are Shirou Emiya, Houka Inumata, and Beta. These three are some of best characters in the game in general, and are each crossover units for water physical DPS. You typically run an Ultimate Paladin Roy and a Quickfang J DPS composition. Both of these characters are native to the game's lore and appear on banners at various times. Houka and Shirou Beta to add a support. Earth is an element that doesn't see as much play as the rest. However, there are still many great native Earth characters like War Hero Fern, Heart, Earth, and Vultee-LR. 8. Recently crossover as another amazing unit to have. More great Earth units include Yuzu Sanageyama and Veldora. These are both crossover units. Yuzu is from Kill-La Kill and Veldora is from Slime Eyes Kai. Crest Farming. When it comes to Crest Farming, this is where you need to really know your compositions, matchups, and your skill rotations for each character. As a new player, your main goal with Crest Farming should be to auto-loop the pro levels to first get a 4+ crest. The reason why you should do this is because a 4+ crest can be crest bursted in the Nova Crest Palace level into a 5+ crest. A 5+ crest is the highest rarity crest currently available in Grand Summoners, and is notoriously difficult to obtain. When it comes to crest farming, most veterans will wait until the end of each month for a discount on stamina at the last week for better odds. Long-term play. As you build your box and play the game for a lengthy span of time, you start to have limited resources to work with. Making the right decisions early on in Grand Summoners is crucial to long-term play. In this game, you are encouraged to stack resources, to use them at the right time in order to maximize their overall results. That aspect of Grand Summoners never changes, and it is a strategic game in a sense due to the scarcity of resources. When each crossover hits the scene, there is a fundamental difference between the Japanese server and the global server in terms of timing for each respective banner. In general, for every crossover, veterans typically examine newly released kits of each unit in order to gauge whether they are worth a pity or summoning for. My experience, I started playing this game 5 months ago and I have made many mistakes. However, with those mistakes, I have learned a great deal about how to navigate through the game. A lot of trial and error. I started playing around theるろうに剣心 crossover. I have released a lot of footage and highlights of my play throughout then to now. Most of my recent highlights are my latest achievements in terms of cresting and character unlocks. Thank you for watching and listening to my Grand Summoner's Guide, and good luck with your summons.